What's up everyone? My name is Danny. I'm a physiotherapist slash performance therapist here at OFast. I'm going to take you through the first mobility warm-up for the Toronto Throwdown. Here we go. The first exercise, we're going to call it a pry squat. We're going to get shoulder width apart here. We're going to get down into our squat position. Try to stay upright the whole time. Hands are going to go just in between the knees here. We're going to work on pushing our knees out just a bit to really try to open up the hips. As we're going through this, try to stay nice and tall. As you guys all know, our first exercise is going to be the jump squat. So this is just getting us ready, getting our hips ready for the great workout we're about to have. All right. If you're feeling the burn a bit, you can come out, shake it out. And we're going to get back down in there. Give you another view of what's going on from the side. Squat down, try to keep upright into that bottom position. Again, moving to our left, to our right, really opening up each hip. All right, shake it out. All right, so our next mobility exercise, we're gonna get into the wedge calf stretch. This is gonna help our ankle mobility for when we're squatting. So, not everyone has a pole at home, so if you can find a wall or a couch, that's perfect. We're gonna wedge our foot in, okay? Extending the toes a little bit. From there, we're going to try to stay nice and tall, bring our chest towards the wall. You should feel this stretch all the way back. Calf, a little bit of hamstring. Really feel that stretch into there. We're going to hold for 3 to 5 seconds. Then we're going to switch out, right side. Wedge the foot in, move forward. This stretch is really important for your ankle mobility. We're going to loosen up that calf, allow us to get us into our deep squatting positions if we need to, or when we're landing, we're going to use a lot of foot, ankle to really absorb that force. Awesome. Our next mobility drill, we're going to go through the 90-90 stretch. So we're going to get to the ground here. It's called 90-90 because hip, knee, ankle, 90 degrees. Same thing on the back. What we're going to do, this is going to stretch the side of your hip or your lateral glute. What's going to happen, you're going to engage your core, stay nice and tall. You're going to lean forward, trying to really get that stretch to the side of our glute here. You should feel a great stretch. If you don't, you can try to move around. Search to see a specific angle that you find that the stretch is really intense in. From there, we're going to flow out to the side. Reach back with our arm, drop down to the elbow. Really feel that stretch in the front of the opposite hip. So we should feel that on the left side in the front. As we reach back, we're going to get a stretch in our oblique as well. So a full line of quad, hip to our lateral oblique. Stretch it back. Awesome. Our next mobility exercise, we're going to call the scoop. And we're stepping forward with that front leg. We want to make sure we're not going too far. If we end up too far, we have a hard time driving the hips backwards. So what we're going to do, put our heel just in front of our other foot. That way we can really drive those hips back. Okay? Here we go. To add on to our stretch, what we're going to do is we're going to be turning our foot in and out. So what I mean by that, when we put our foot forward, we're going to rotate out. This will allow us to stretch our outer hamstring as well. Leaning back, everything's the same. Drop that hip back, arms go forward, reaching up high, back down. Now we're going to turn our hip inward. There we go. Really making sure we're targeting all different sides of our hamstring. For our last mobility exercise, we're going to get into our lunge clocks. What's going to happen, we're going to go into a lunge or a half kneeling position. Okay? What we're going to do from here is we're going to work on the open side, scapular clocks. What that means, we're going to start with our arm up in the air. Thumb is going to be forward. This is going to work our shoulder mobility here. This should also be a great stretch. So, when we get to the top position here, what we should feel is a stretch in our anterior line. Okay? Chest, oblique, hips to quad, really feeling that all the way to the front. Give it a little switch. Same thing onto this side. Start with your hand high, Thumb forward here, reaching back. Really try to activate your scapula here. All the movement should be coming from the shoulder. We shouldn't have too much twisting at all. The last tip, what we want to see. Glute abs are activating in this exercise. We shouldn't have a lot of leaning. Try to stay nice and tall. All motion coming from the shoulder. Make sure you're going nice and slow so you feel all those muscles in that back of that shoulder working. Awesome. Hopefully you guys feel warm and ready to knock out your workout. Enjoy your throwdown.